SEO stands for search engine optimization, and while it encompasses several different subset tasks and items that you can implement, really what it means is what can you do to rank high on Google?
What we wanted to talk about today is website design and SEO. Now, I know that it is super, super important to have a website. I mean, it's like 45% of small businesses don't have a website, so that's a problem in itself.
We actually have a podcast on it. Okay?
Yeah, yeah, that's in one of our previous episodes. But like, for those, when you go ahead and make that step, you're like, okay, gotta have a website. I've got it. And then we start hearing about SEO. People are not familiar with what it is. Is it super hard to do? Can you kind of enlighten us a little bit for those of us who don't know exactly what SEO is? Can you kind of talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and while it encompasses several different subset tasks and items that you can implement, really what it means is what can you do to rank high on Google for keywords that are relevant to your business, whether it's your business name, which we would call branded, or whether it's a non-branded phrase like a service you might provide or a product you might sell. And a combination of the two would still be considered branded because it would have your name in it. But they all can be equally important as it relates to your web presence, because the data says in our Google Analytics accounts that about 70%, 60 to 70% of web traffic on average comes from organic search, and about 97% of organic search is Google. And so search engine optimization is trying to rank high on Google.
Right. Yeah, basically, because I mean, there's other search engines out there, but yeah, you're right. 97% is going to be Google. That's the one we want to concentrate on. So then what are some, I know like Lena has read a lot of books about SEO. I, am not super versed in SEO, but I do know that it's important. But from a lot of times it seems extremely complicated. It seems like something that like a normal person cannot do. One time Lena was like, and I'm going to do something about metadata on the site. And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, well, you got to right click and say view source code. And I did the right click. I clicked on view source code and I was like, oh no, I'm not looking at that. I was like, and I will be exiting this, because it was super intimidating, because I was like, I don't want to accidentally push a comma or put a space where there's like, no, I was like, let me get out of here immediately. So how do you talk to your clients about SEO to kind of like put them at ease about what's going to be happening, and if they are equipped, I guess, to do any part of it, on their own? Or
Yeah, so we try to demystify all of that, and you're right. It's metadata is a piece of like what we would call a SEO best practices checklist implementation. That's literally what we put in our proposals and what we talk to our clients about before they become clients. We say, okay, we're gonna do a core set of tasks that it's a best practices checklist. One of them is search engine titles. Another one is meta descriptions. Another one is schema, which is very similar. So those three items, when you bucket them all together, basically just mean you're putting keywords, you're writing keywords and descriptions in a way that lines up with the content that's on your pages, giving Google the information that their algorithm can crawl and their spiders can read within the source codes.